Today, the race for rare earths in high demand for things like drones and EVs, but a market all but cornered by the Chinese. Not if one American company gets its way. Vulcan Elements announcing a $65 million fundraise today, led by Altimeter's Brad Gerstner. John Maslin is that company's CEO and co-founder. He does join us now. We're so pleased to have you. Welcome and congratulations on this raise.
Thanks for having me.
Led by Altimeter, as I said, how'd that relationship come to be?
We've had conversations for several months. Brad Gerstner, Eric Kreisman at the company, they understand hardware, they understand deep tech, and we're really excited to have them as our partner as we get ready to scale this company up.
What do you do with the cash? Tell me about your scaling ideas.
So what we're going to do is we are going to go and build our commercial facility with several hundred tons online over the next couple of years and several thousand tons by the end of this decade.
Can you build, I mean, we are essentially talking about building a U.S. industry from scratch, are we not? And can you do that in reasonably short order?
It's a good question. Some people think that this is buy a piece of equipment, press a button, make a magnet. It is not that. This is phenomenally complex advanced manufacturing, and that's why you need an extremely technically and intellectually dense team. You need technicians, you need engineers, you need PhDs, you need people who have experience in rare earths, but also material science, powder metallurgy, batteries, aerospace. And that's the team that we have, and that's the team that we're going to scale to get this done.
How long does it take to make, let's say, one magnet?
It can be as quick as an hour or a couple of hours. At the end of the day, though, it's about how many magnets can you produce at scale every month, and are they consistent? Are they reliable? Are they actually meeting the requirement that the customer needs?
It's funny, you have a really interesting background, a former Navy officer. You co-founded this company while at Harvard Business School, is that right?
Correct.
When you were an officer in the Navy, were you already thinking about this sort of thing? I mean, where does this idea come from? And even just the transformation from being an officer in the Navy to going to HBS?
So when I was in the Navy, I was a supply officer thinking about our supply chains. How do we make sure that we have the resilience that is needed across shipbuilding and across the Defense Department writ large? When I went to Harvard Business School, I started thinking about what are the critical components that will define the 21st century technology race? And what I learned and what I realized was it's three components. It's chips, batteries, rare earth magnets. And the way that I like to think about it personally is if you think about your own body, a semiconductor is like your brain, a battery is like your heart, and a rare earth magnet is like your spine. It converts electricity into motion. Everyone was focused on semiconductors and batteries, which are important, which we need to fix, but no one was paying attention to the third leg of that stool, the rare earth magnets. And if we don't onshore, if we don't have availability of all three, we're not going to be able to deliver on the technologies that we need: drones, robotics, data centers, defense applications.
People get it now, but I love this quote that you had in the story that ran today, because people didn't get it then, and then is not all that long ago, as you say, in 2023, as you're starting this company. Quote, when you talked about rare earth magnets a couple of years ago, they would look at you like you're insane. People actually understand the strategic importance of onshoring this now. Tell me more about that.
When you originally said, hey, I want to go and start a rare earth magnet company, people would say, a magnet like on your refrigerator? And you had to give people a lot of education saying, no, these go into motors, they go into sensors, actuators, generators. Every major piece of hardware that the Defense Department uses, we need a magnet in. Every piece of our economy, ranging from cars to MRIs to data centers. And so as we've gone through and we've educated people, and the April 4th ban on Chinese exports of rare earths happened, people now realize these are as important as semiconductors. These are as important as batteries. And we need companies that are executing extremely seriously to go and get this done as quickly as possible.